and welcome to Darpan Magazine's Diwali special segment. Today we are here with the girl behind the blog Pink Chai Living. She's a lifestyle blogger and has an inherent love for Indian culture and tradition. Today she's going to be showing us some quick creative ideas to make Diwali even more enjoyable and joyous. Let's welcome Raj Thandi. Hi Raj, welcome.
Thanks, Kanika. I'm excited to be here and share a little bit of Diwali fun with your viewers.
Absolutely, and so are we. So Raj, before we get into all the fancy stuff right here, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So my background is in writing and marketing. I have done various different job roles from PR to social media marketing, but my love really is in writing, and I write about culture. A few years ago, my grandmother had gotten really sick, and the thought occurred to me that after my BB and after my mom and all of these sort of aunties in my family, there was nobody holding on to those different memories, those things that we just knew because our mom and BB did them, but perhaps my kids were going to miss out on them. So I started this blog, which was really more about creating a journal of my family recipes and also maybe some experiences to share with my kids, and it became this community. Like, I didn't realize there were so many people out there looking for this.
Absolutely, and what a great way to actually secure your heritage and your culture too, and carry on the legacy with your kids. So Raj, we see all this fancy decorative stuff that you've brought for us for Diwali. So tell us, what are you going to be showing the viewers today?
So today I want to share some tips for bringing easy, fun ideas for Diwali into your home. I feel like a lot of the things I see online are very complicated and difficult, and even the things that I put out sometimes I think people see Pinterest perfection and they feel like I can't do that in my home. So my message always is create your own tradition. You know, do what works for your family and do it as best as you can. So this year I had the opportunity to team up with the Real Canadian Superstore and come up with some fun ideas for bringing easy Diwali decor and DIY into your home. My first tip is I try and buy decor that is multi-purpose. So I find if I'm buying things that are only for Diwali, I'm not going to get a lot of use out of them. This year I spotted this great collection of actually Christmas ornaments at Real Canadian Superstore, and I'm a huge fan of anything related to Morni. So any peacock stuff, I'm there. And actually they have this entire series here which is based on peacocks.
How pretty is that?
Right? You can easily turn this into a latkan, you can hang it over your door, you can use it as a place setting if someone's visiting. In fact, they're great takeaway favors. And if you invest in something like this, like here I've just put them in a clear glass vase. It's not difficult, but if you do something like this, you know
this
you can...
looks good as it is.
Exactly. First of all, that is fail-proof decor. Anybody can do that. No one can tell me they can't do it. And secondly, you can reuse it because Christmas is around the corner and a lot of us are going to decorate for Christmas, so why not? And then when you're ready to go up a notch, you want to make something yourself. In my family, our favorite DIY, actually I'm going to get you to do one with me. I'm going to give you this.
Before we go into there, you mentioned DIY. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so DIY basically is do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Okay.
And I think this is a trend that really picked up in the last few years. I think for a while there was this feeling of, you know, buy everything, buy the best thing you can buy. But now people want to put their stamp on it. And, you know, it kind of reminds me of, again, back to tradition, like, you know, our dadiya and naniya, you know, they made their own fulkaris, they made their own decor, they did those things. And I think
even
using your hands.
They made their own butter, they made their own everything.
Yeah, I know. And every year at Diwali, I try to make mithai, and mithai is not my best skill, but I try because I want to bring that. Yeah, right? But so in my family, our favorite do-it-yourself project is every year the kids and I paint diyas. So I'm going to give you one, and it is so easy. So all you need is a little bit of craft paint. We're just going to drop some right in there. And then I'm going to grab another color.
And you can get this paint from anywhere, like a superstore.
Yeah, you can find craft paints at your Real Canadian Superstore. You can also find them at, you know, any craft supply stores. And I keep these on hand because they are really popular, and I just let my kids go at it, and you paint away.
And kids love it.
Oh yeah, and while we're painting the diya is a perfect time that we can talk about the Diwali story. Because I find if I try and teach my kids something, if I'm like, let me teach you about Diwali, they're not interested.
They lose interest.
But if I'm like, let's get together over the table, let's paint diya, and then let's talk about, you know, the Festival of Light. Let's talk about, you know, the notion of good wins over evil. We've had great conversations over this.
What a great way to get their attention.
Yeah, I don't know about...
That's a good idea.
I don't know about your family, but my family, basically food and crafts is how we get people's attention. So yeah, it's very easy. I maybe put a little bit extra in. Oh, look, you've done a great job there. And basically you let one color dry, and then you let it dry a little bit, maybe for an hour or so, and you can do a second color and do designs.
Nice.
I think this is a very easy DIY. Anyone can try this project at home. It's also a fun one. It's also a good one to do generationally, because I feel like I could invite my mom or my grandma or my aunts and, you know, have a
Girls get together.
Exactly. Like I feel like we don't have to overcomplicate it. Like Diwali doesn't have to be the big dinner. It can be, let's have a chai party and let's do this. And let's everyone take some home to work with. So carrying on the theme of light and candles, one of the things I like to do is any basic glass candle holder or vase, you can put a henna-inspired design on it. I know sometimes when I show this to people, they say, this is complicated, Raj. I can't do a henna-inspired design. But still, I would say give it a try. You can get this glass paint, I think, sometimes even at local stores, but quite often you do have to get it at a specialty craft store. But I did these 2 Diwalis ago, and they've held up amazingly well.
Pretty fantastic.
I've also done them on glasses if you're having a dinner party. But if this is maybe a bit too much for you, we'll do another one together. This is a little candle holder I'm going to give you, and I've got one. And this is also a kid-friendly one. I got these little jewels and gems at my local dollar store.
Kids love this stuff.
Oh, this is gold for getting your kids to pay attention to Diwali. And then you just give it whatever design you want. Like, yeah. Oh, you got a row. It's all good. You
know what? I'll just use the row together.
Exactly. So I've done this as well with washi tape, which is like decorative tape that you get at your local dollar store. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be, something that anybody else is going to grade you or mark you on. Oops.
This is just your way of having fun.
Exactly. So I always say that whatever works for your family. And another really fun sort of tip or something that I've employed with my kids is turn it into a tradition, turn it into an annual thing. So for example, every year, depending on when Halloween falls and Diwali falls, my kids and I make Diwali pumpkins. So
fancy.
And sometimes we do the diyas, and just pick 1 or 2 items and be like, this is the thing we're going to do every year.
And
it creates that consistency.
Both, because I know it's closer, like Halloween is closer to Diwali, so there's hard to kind of distinguish and do different things for both.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a good way to collaborate both and have fun with,
Absolutely. And
Diwali pumpkins.
I feel sometimes people get really caught up in there's rules. Like, some people will say, oh, there's different rules about how you celebrate Diwali. In my house, there's no rules. There's one rule that's clean up before Diwali because it's a good excuse to get your kids to clean their room, and then have fun with your family.
Yeah.
Get family
That's
together.
the other aspect of Diwali. You always keep your house clean on Diwali.
Always, yeah. And so I have one more idea for you around candles, which I think a lot of Indian women will be like, oh, I have all the stuff for this. Because if you absolutely can't go anywhere to get stuff, you must have some of these glass bangles at your house. Everyone has these. I've done this before where I've hot glued them together, but you can also just take an old tea light candle holder, stand your churiyan around them, and you've got a ready-made decorative vase, and you're just going to pop a tea light candle in it.
Oh, how nice is that? I love it.
Everyone has that stuff at home.
And so traditional and yet unique. I love this.
Absolutely. So those are some of my easy DIY ideas for, working with diyas and candles.
And different, styles of bangles.
Absolutely. And this one, there is a link to it on my blog. There's a post of working with glass churiyan, and I've done some really fun different colors, different variations. You can stagger the heights. I think this makes a perfect centerpiece. If you're hosting a Diwali dinner, it's the perfect centerpiece to put in the center of your table. So other than lights and candles, one of the things that my kids and I like to do, a tradition we've made with our family, is that every year we make cupcakes for their class and we try and do Diwali gifts for their teachers. So this year I actually spotted these great tins again in the Christmas section at Real Canadian Superstore. I think a lot of the times we look at things that are just traditional. We go to the regular traditional stores and we don't think outside the box. But I love that these canisters are reusable. You can do cookies, you can do mithai. I also found these little guys, which are gold and kind of perfect for Diwali.
Perfect for Christmas, Diwali, everything.
Exactly. And I think now there's so many options. The Indian print and everything is so on trend.
It's everywhere.
You just have to go look for it.
Absolutely.
So that's some of my family's traditions. I'm curious to know, how does your family celebrate Diwali?
Well, we actually also celebrate Diwali as a family tradition. We do the Lakshmi Puja. We go to the temple. We also light the diyas and, place it outside the house and sometimes inside the house. But I'm actually really intrigued by this idea of painting diyas because I have kids of my own and I'm pretty sure they would be ecstatic to do this at home.
Oh,
so thank you for teaching this, and thank you for all the ideas that you brought together for our Darpan magazine segment on Diwali. And I'm sure the viewers are going to love it and try it on at their homes themselves.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Thanks for watching this. Hi, and now we are here with the co-producer of the Diwali Fest that's happening in Vancouver right now from November 3rd to November 15th. Let's talk to Vineeta Minhas and get to know a little bit more exciting stuff about Diwali Fest. Hi, Vineeta.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks, Kanika. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you for coming. So, Vineeta, you are the co-producer of the Diwali Fest this year, and this year is the 12th year, I
Yes.
believe. So tell us all the exciting stuff and the programs that are happening around the city.
Oh my gosh. So we are in our 12th year. We started from a 1-day, 4-hour event that was volunteer driven. We're now over 2-week, over 40 events in 4 different municipalities, Vancouver, Surrey, Richmond, and the Tri-Cities. We have over 200 volunteers, and we put on some amazing programming for everybody to see. So this year,
how exciting is that?
it's amazing. It's actually amazing. And to see the growth of it just before our eyes, and to see how much we can actually give Diwali a platform to the public is so amazing for each of us.
Absolutely. You've come such a long way. Congratulations.
Completely. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Now, talking about Diwali Fest and all the programming that you're mentioning, 40 programs. So what are the highlights for people to look out for?
Well, one of the biggest things that we do, and this year we're really proud to have partnered with the Culture to bring 2 theater productions. And that's very new to our festival. It's something that we've never done before. So on November 3rd, we had the opening of Nirbhaya, which is a play that represents women empowerment and talks about just giving a platform for marginalized voices.
Absolutely huge effort. Congratulations.
And thank you so much. And it's a beautiful production. It's so well done. It's been received so well. Our opening night was sold out. And
the response has been so great.
It's such a powerful production. Seeing it on the opening night and not knowing so much about it, but actually going into it, it was absolutely an amazing experience.
It's like educating. Because
it really
is not just about celebrating, it's about educating and enlightening. And people have gathered that spirit.
Exactly.
It's a collective, collaborative voice against the things you mentioned.
Exactly. And Diwali is also about inclusion. One of the things about Diwali is that everybody celebrates it. It doesn't matter who you are, what walk of life. No bars, no barriers. Diwali is celebrated by everybody. And the universal mandate of lighting your spirit within, good over evil, lightness over darkness, these are things that we can apply to our lives every single day. So Nirbhaya actually emulates those mandates that we value so much with our organization.
And it aligns with the Diwali spirit
Exactly.
as well.
Exactly. And so we're really excited. It runs from November 3rd to the 15th at the Culture, and it's a very powerful and amazing production, and I hope everybody comes to watch it.
I know that the response has been extremely great, and I know a lot of people are going to watch it for the rest of the days too.
Yes.
Now, the other theater experience that you mentioned about, tell us a little bit about that.
So Sunya, or Shunya, depending on how people would pronounce it, it's a fusion performance. Roger Sinha, who has produced this production, he's of Indo-Armenian descent, so he has taken these elements to Iranian music and fused them together to put this production together. It's obviously lighter of the 2 productions.
Absolutely.
And it is actually quite a moving and beautiful experience. It's something that, again, it aligns with Diwali so well with the lights and the colors and just the music and all of it together. It's just such an amazing production.
Absolutely. We'll urge the audience to go watch that one as well.
Yes.
Now, Vineeta, when we talk about the Diwali Fest and so many different things happening in different parts of the city right now, you being the producer of the Diwali Fest, what are the 3 most important events that you look forward to and then you would want our viewers to go check it out?
Oh, wow. So we are lucky again. Our pinnacle event, which is Diwali Downtown, which is sponsored this year by Hyundai Canada. And
it's always a popular one.
It's the most popular. It's free, so everybody loves free things. And we put on what I feel are some really great performances, and we ask for local grassroots talent. And this is a platform for local talent to be able to shine through Diwali Fest. So we have 2 events, one being November 7th at the Roundhouse Community Center. Runs from 2 to 8. We have 2 main stages, one with dance and one with music. Along with that, we've got food, we have giveaways, we have a room-size 10 by 10 rangoli that it's so beautiful. And so people can come in and contribute to the rangoli. They can hear about the history of rangoli, see what it is. We're so proud to have that sponsored this year by BCAA and be able to actually present that to the public.
I love that. I love how it ties to the heritage and culture of Diwali as well. The
Exactly.
rangolis and the colors and people getting together.
And it's just great. And then along with that, we have dance workshops. So we have Bollywood workshop, Bhangra workshop, breakdancing workshop.
Who doesn't like that?
African dance workshop, and just so many new elements that we've brought to the table. And then along with that, we have Diwali downtown in Surrey, again presented by Hyundai Canada. And that's
when is that?
and that's on November 14th from
Okay.
3 to 7 p.m. at Surrey City Hall. And again, it's a wonderful, wonderful experience for the whole family to come out. One stage, performance after performance all day. Anything from sari tying to mehndi to kids play area with RBC, Rangoli again. Again, more food, because you can't have Diwali without food.
Absolutely.
And we'll have giveaways, and it'll just be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I can only imagine. Now people can just come in and walk in and
Exactly.
just participate in all these things.
Exactly.
That's excellent. So it's actually open to anyone and everyone.
Anybody and everybody. South Asian, non-South Asian, doesn't matter who you are. You come in, you enjoy it, you have fun, and just feel the Diwali spirit.
So Vineeta, there's quite a few workshops that are taking place as a part of Diwali Fest. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we have 3 different kinds of workshops. We do workshops at the community centers. That's the backbone of our festival. So this year we have one at the Renfrew Community Center on November 7th, and then we have one at the Trout Lake Community Center on November 15th. More details are on our website for that. But we do Mehndi Station, we have Diya painting for kids, we have a dance workshop by Karima Essa, and a sari tying workshop for people to learn how to tie
How
saris.
fun.
It's super fun.
It's like a small tutorial. People just come out and try things and learn things.
And it's so engaging because you get people of all
walks
ages.
of life, yeah.
And most of our workshops are actually non-South Asians that come out to the workshops, which
Because
is the
they're so
most
intrigued.
exactly. And a couple of the workshops they actually do provide food. The community centers have been so gracious to us that they actually make it a Diwali event. So it's really nice to see that people participate just the same way that we normally would as well. Along with that, we have a new element this year, which is our Rangoli making workshop, which is happening at the Richmond Public Library.
Nice.
And that's on November 12th. We're super excited to be partnering with the Richmond Public Library this year. And it's the first time we're actually doing something with Rangoli outside
And
of the actual
it's so
events.
hands-on, it's so creative,
Yes.
theoretical. Like it's you come out and you just enjoy the experience.
Exactly. And we have the stencils available so people can make their own. We have a coloring
Easy.
table. We'll have music, Diya painting. There'll be so much happening. And it's just going to be a lot of fun for kids and
I
adults.
can't wait to personally come out and try one of these things, the dance class and the sari tying and the rangoli. It all seems so much fun.
And you can bring the whole family. You can bring the kids and
Absolutely.
everybody because it's going to be so engaging for everybody. There's something for everybody to do.
I can imagine. Well, Vineeta, thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you.
all these wonderful insights about your festival.
Thank you so much.
On behalf of Darpan Magazine, we wish you best of luck and best wishes for the festival, for the continuing days, and all that you bring to the city and for all of us. And if you have a message for our viewers or audiences, please go ahead.
Definitely. I want to first thank Darpan for all of their support. We're so happy to have them on board as a media
Of
sponsor
course,
this
thank
year.
you.
And just for everybody at home who's watching, we want to thank everybody for all their continued support over the last 12 years to help Diwali Fest come to where it has come to right now. We urge everybody to come out to the festival, bring your whole family, enjoy all the events that we've presented. For more information, you can go to our website, www.diwalifest.ca, or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Thank you for watching our special Diwali segment for Darpan Magazine. Hope your festival is wonderful and fabulous. See you next time.